Chess aficionados, I sometimes like to look up Agadomator's chess channel. He's like one of the originals, long-standing one. He is now 1 million over subscribers, whereas Gotham Chess is already at 7 million. But anyway, let's go back to how he describes what happened in the Open Chess tournament. The final was between Magnus Carlsen and Jan Krzysztof Duda, who's from Poland. But there's a long-standing kind of nemesis situation because of this what happened a few years ago between Jan Krzysztof Duda and Magnus Carlsen. Let's listen up.
That gets him to the final against Jan Krzysztof Duda, and Duda seems to be in impeccable form. He pretty much crushed everyone. Even Nihal Sarin, who defeated Danil Dubov, he defeated Nihal with 3-0. So that is just, I mean, you've seen how Nihal is playing lately. That is no small feat. And Magnus Carlsen remembers it well. He remembers that day probably every day when he wakes up in the morning. It was October 10th, 2020. It was the first big event after everything shut down in the March of 2020 when COVID struck and then there was no chess over the board. And Altibox Norway Championship was the first big event that was actually played over the board. And Magnus was he was the king of the world. He was on a 125 games unbeaten streak. No one could touch him. And then Jan Krzysztof Duda came to the Altibox Norway Championship and he defeated Magnus Carlsen, taking down his 125 games unbeaten streak, which is the longest anyone ever went undefeated game-wise. If you consider time-wise, that belongs to Jose Raul Capablanca, as he went undefeated for some 7 years, I believe. And yeah, as Magnus likes to say, revenge is a dish best served cold, but repeatedly. So let's see if he can take down his nemesis again. But again, it started bad for Magnus because he lost game 1 to Jan Krzysztof. Jan Krzysztof just outplayed him beautifully. Then games 2 and 3 ended in a draw, and this is now game 4 that we are showing. Magnus again has to win on demand with the black pieces. Let's see if he can do it once again.
Okay, so I'll provide you the link. And Jan Krzysztof Duda has had his struggles because sometimes he's one of the best players that one has, if not the best player at this generation right now. And he had his struggles with. I'm thinking maybe he was bullied. Remember, for health reasons, he left the Sinkfield Cup. Yeah, so I hope all that bullying that's going on in the chess world at elite level stops, because it's really not the gentleman's way of playing chess, and who knows what's going on there. But it was nice to see young Krzysztof Duda play his best against Magnus Carlsen. And the reset is a reset. We just move on. You'll be able to see him in the Rapid Blitz in Warsaw in the beginning of May. I guess Hans is going to be there, but guess who's not going to be there? Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru are not going to be there. So I call him the Bolek and Lolek of chess. If you know any cartoons from Poland, you know what I'm talking about. So in another video, I will show you how Gotham Chess, who has 7 million subscribers, describes this similar moment. And you can compare differences if somebody's biased or not for a certain player. Thanks for watching. And hit like, subscribe.